Hello. Hello, everybody. All right, welcome in. So what I wanted to do tonight was just briefly talk about what I want to do as a side project on the channel, um, on the YouTube channel. I want to start doing some content that you can go to sleep to. What I want to do is um, I have a couple things. I have a visual novel. We actually played a demo for it called Backroom Stories. It's a visual novel, which just means it has kind of static pictures and wording. And what I want to do is kind of read that, just read through it normally, and maybe have it as a background for people they can put on if they want to go to sleep at night. So I'm going to be doing that in the background, recording those probably once a week. So start looking for those on the channel. It'll have its own playlist, everything like that. So if you enjoy that stuff, you can watch those and then give me more suggestions for other things I could use read to add to the series as well. So get that out there. And then yeah, so for tonight, I just want to do like one or two dungeon runs in Project Ascension. Then I want to start a new water park in Water Park Simulator. With 1.0, they came out with the beach. It's a whole new park, whole new location, everything. So I want to start Wild and Wet Part 2, or Part 2, as the French would say. So I want to go ahead and start that after we do a couple runs. In here, I just want to do a couple dungeon runs. Yeah, so let's go from there and we'll see how far that takes us. So let me go ahead and get swapped over. This one is going to be, yeah, I do have to do that, don't I? I have to do the monitor, the actual like screen for this one. So let me make sure that desktop is working. Okay, mic is working, desktop audio is working. Okay, so I've been playing this a little bit, which means a lot. I have a level 30 on the other server. There's two servers. I have this level 30, this level 30, now this level 47. So I've been playing it quite a bit. I wanted to get like 3, 4, maybe 5 up to level 30. The ones that I enjoy playing the most. I'm not doing every one of them. I did get every single class up to 10. Every one of them. I still do have a thoughts video planned for that, but I haven't done it yet. I do have a short out. If you haven't seen it already on my YouTube channel, it just kind of goes over, shows some of the stuff that I found that was kind of fun and interesting about Conquest of Azeroth, stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, you can go watch that short on my YouTube video, on my YouTube channel. So yeah, so I want to just log in, do 1 or 2 runs on my Stormbringer. He's one I've been having a ton of fun with. So like I said, I've been having fun with all the ones I've leveled past 10. This one I just kind of leveled up to 30, and I just didn't really want to stop. Feel like try another one. I said was having a lot of fun leveling him. So I want to make sure my camera is still covering most of chat, which it is. Perfect. All right. So I did a dungeon run before I went live. Actually, 4 of them in a row with the same group, which is why I was a little later than I wanted to be to stream. But I'm going to reset that data because I want to reset it every dungeon run. So what we want to do is we just want to go ahead and queue up for a random dungeon. We can just be here in the capital, just hanging out, waiting. and just talking about stuff until we get to run it. It shouldn't be too long. There's still quite a few people online right now. I think there's 70 or 80,000 online. So I put a lot of stuff out there to sell. So let's actually just let's open it all up. We had 169 for gold. Let's see how much we get from all the stuff we sold. We got like 5 or 6 gold. That's not bad. I could go post this stuff if I wanted to. And we'll see. I've just been honestly vendoring a lot of this stuff because most of it you don't really get too much from it. As far as like the markup for a lot of stuff on the auction, which is good. I'm saying this is a good thing. It's not a lot more than what the sell price is, which is what you can sell it to. You can sell to a vendor for that amount. You see some of these that say like 51 right here for a sell price. You can probably get it on the auction house for 60 silver. So, I mean, the trouble of doing it and posting it and everything like that, and then just, having to wait and then put down your deposit. Unless there's something in here that actually like says it's a decent auction price, I generally just go ahead and vendor it, to be honest. Blues. Oh, I don't have that appearance. I do want to get any of the appearances I don't have too. Yeah, that doesn't sell for very much. Doesn't sell for much. I don't have that either. That's an interesting one. More like a spell casting melee helmet right there. Blacksmithing I can sell. Well, as we're waiting, let's just go sell all the soulbound crap that I can't do anything with anyways. While we wait for our run to come in. So yeah, let's do that. Move that down. Soulbound. Soulbound. What was that? Don't want that anyways. Don't want that quest. Soulbound. Don't want it. Sell that. Soulbound. Soulbound. And sell that. Ooh, I can learn that. I will do that. We can sell that. I think we can sell that actually might make a little bit. More than happy to sell it. And if we want to learn the appearance, we can just do that. Okay, that's blacksmithing. I can sell that. Get rid of that. Sell that. And down here. I do want to keep that. I want to keep that just for the heck of it. And I'll get rid of all this stuff there. I will keep that and that shirt. Okay.
Go in peace.
Let's go ahead and we'll just learn this outfit here, this pattern. I mean, we can sell all this, and yeah. So don't have very much we need to auction, which is nice. We can also auction. Nope, that's a gem. That's part of a quest, I think. Like, I don't even try to haggle. I just, whatever this actually recommends, I just post it. As long as it's more than the sell price. If it comes up less than that sell price, I don't even bother. So like this, I'm just going to put a little bit more, 40. This one is 35. That at 42. So yeah, if it comes back in the mail and I don't sell it once, it's not like a lot more. Like this is a lot more than the sell price. 74. This is 2. I'll probably relist that. Other ones that don't have a very high sell price, they're not even really worth listing more than once, honestly. And that right there. 68. So if I did like 76. And the rest of that, I'm not going to get any of this. So I'm not going to waste the time getting this full book together for the quest line. Ooh, and I have this right here I can sell as well. And I can get rid of that. Not bad. Do that too. Nice, free up some space. I can sell that. Keep that. I can get rid of that. Sell and sell. Okay, I think that is it. All right, good. And we're still queued. We're just waiting for a healer at this point. It's generally around the 5 to 7 minute mark where we end up getting. At least that's been my experience lately. Actually, don't want that either. Never make it to that part of Nomagon. Can use that. That's probably a much better one. Let's see. I need more silk, honestly. I'm trying to level my tailoring, but all the recipes I have are for silk. I only have enough for 3. I think all the recipes I have, which will level me, take 4. I'm kind of screwed with that. It takes 4, 5, 4, 3. Oh, yeah, but I need that. Okay, yeah. That ain't gonna happen. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and enter the dungeon. Something else I have been doing is been marking what kind of classes I've been running with. I'll show you that actually after. Oh, 60 necro, huh? Oh, and then the last one is 26 witch hunter. Okay. What I've been doing is kind of making a running list of what classes and what levels I get into a dungeon with. So I can kind of see what kind of are the most common classes at higher levels. What are people playing for? DPS, healer, tank, all that stuff. All right, so this is mainly what my guy does in dungeons. We do a lot of AoEing with my character. He's got decent AoE. Let me out. There we go. That's what's kind of interesting about this class, which is why it's been so fun, is that it's got really good single and multi-target damage as well. Ooh. Want to put that on him. I want that guy to go. I do. Stay close. Okay, I want to run this like 3 or 4 times, honestly. It's generally almost always with higher level characters than what I've got. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I won't be able to use that, but I'll greet it for money. Always good to take money. I'm good. I am good. Yes. Honestly, I've literally just been playing this shit constantly, which is why I haven't streamed, because it's not the most exciting thing, but I just want to do a couple dungeon runs, and then actually I'm going to do Water Park Sim. So yeah, I'm sure you do. Like almost constantly, basically. One of those things where I've just become, yeah, playing it all the time. I try not to, but I end up just playing it, and then I look at the clock and it's just done. It's just like late. But, and there, honestly, I was planning on trying to do the new Halo game, but it just sucks. Like, the new missions are terrible, and I'm like, I don't even want to waste time trying to even play it on stream. It's so bad. Oh, what big news you got? What is your big news? Really? You're not? And where did you meet this lovely person? Congratulations. Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. Oh, come on. Let me out of here. Oops. Now I'm screwed. Oh, am I gonna die? Nope. Okay. So how did you guys end up meeting then? How did all that happen? How did you decide to do a game, and then how did that lead you to meeting them? I love how tanks just like run away from my AoEs. Like it pisses me off to no end. I'm pulling major aggro here. Oh, really? All right. All right. What game were you guys playing? Oh, going to the boss now, I guess.
You will suffer for this interruption.
Really? Interesting. Interesting. That's one game I haven't got into that I'm actually, it's such a cool idea. Roblox themselves is pieces of shit, but the whole premise behind it of making just a huge platform where people can just, like, huge just creator platform is what it is. Oh. That's really, really nice. I'll just read it. That is cool. Like, what is the no! Well, it looks like we will finish this run, but that's it. Looks like a server reboot in 20 minutes. They did a server reboot on Monday to release Molten Core. Anyways. What is the creation like platform like for Roblox? Like, how hard is it to get into? Well, welcome, Julie. Yeah. What is the creator program like for Roblox? I'm curious. Are we supposed to be helping him or no? No, I don't think we are. Actually, I've been interested in Roblox for that one reason, is to maybe develop something for it. Yeah, I've created maps before for the original Halo CE or PC. I created like 7 or 8 custom maps that Of course, I had to use an actual 3D modeling program for that. But yeah. Oh well, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. I've always been interested in it, like, because it's so okay. I gotta actually try. Gotta stay here in the middle. Uh-oh. Died on this more times in other runs than anything else. Now, I've been interested because you can actually make, if your stuff is popular, you can actually make a decent amount of money developing for Roblox, honestly, from what I've heard. Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna have to heal myself here. They are not healing me. Oh, nice. No. Can't use them, unfortunately. Is it really? Is that just because of the low value of Roblox currency, or the US dollar currently? And is that crappy both ways, or just if you're a developer trying to get your money back out of it? Ah, yeah. Well, that's how they make their money. Is it's really similar to what Bethesda has done with their Fallout 4, where they let people join the creator program. You know, it gives people a way to make money where previously they weren't able to, but they take their slice of the pie, and I'm so excited. Seriously, it's awesome. So are you enjoying it, like, from what you experienced of that part of it so far? To me, that's one of the most important things, is that you have some level of enjoyment doing it. At least for me. Nice. Okay. That's awesome. That always helps. Okay. Yeah. My son has started to learn Lua because he makes his own actual World of Warcraft add-ons as well. And Lua is an interesting language. I'm so old. I learned C++ in high school. So yeah, that was my first programming language. This guy's gonna kill me. This guy's gonna get me killed. Nice. It's important to have those types of things that you are not only good at, but enjoy too. Like I like how you said you enjoy learning Lua. It's important to enjoy that process. Otherwise, then it becomes just a dredge, and it just becomes just not fun at all anymore. And that's when people fall out of love with what they were doing when that type of thing happens. As long as you can keep enjoying it or finding enjoyment in it somehow, that's all that really matters. Have to get him first. Yeah, we have to get him first. ever told my son. I'm like, find something you actually want to do. Hopefully you can make money at doing it, because that's the most ideal thing you can have, is doing something that you actually like, or to make money. I don't even say have a job, have a career. I just say make money. That's what it comes down to now in the world, just making money. Like eventually, like at this point, I told him just find something he wants to actually do. Leather, oh, that sucks. Oh well, maybe I'll get it. See, and that's good too, because at least you're discovering if you like it, right? Like that's the most important thing. I'm good to do another boss. Nope. Yeah, I guess not. Teleport out of the dungeon. That's why, like, just doing it, seeing if you like it is important. Because not everything that you think will be fun is fun. Especially when when doing things when you want to do it, how you want to do it is fun. Experiencing it in a way, if you want to look at it to make money, is good too. Like looking at it from that point of view, is this something you're happy to do? You're happy doing, period. Any part of it, the development, the creative writing, the art, like any parts of the stage of putting together, the planning, the storyboarding, if you're doing all that stuff, like any part of it you find enjoyable, define those parts so you kind of know what you like about it. Exactly, but you tried it, right? And that's what's important, is trying it to see if you like it. That's what I think, at least. Like trying things that you think you'll enjoy to see if you'll actually like them, because you'll never know unless you actually try it, right? You'll never know. When I did 3D modeling, I just was doing it to build literal levels. I was using at the time, I think it was AutoCAD is what it was called. Now, I'm trying to think what they call it now. Anyways, but it was a good experience. Like I learned everything from doing alpha to textures to basically how to give your model like depth, just by using different types of images and different exposures and stuff like that. So it's extremely important, because you're never gonna know. Theoretical experience is nowhere near as valuable as literal experience. And thinking you're going to enjoy something and then doing it and finding out if you do or don't is worth its weight in gold, honestly. Because then, if you're planning to do something and you're just putting all you're betting everything on it and you find out you hate it, that's what sucks. Trying as many things as you can to see what you like and what you're good at and what you like. So I know lots and lots of people who are good at things and they don't like doing it. Sometimes you have to do that at certain points in your life, but the ideal thing is to find something you enjoy doing and it's fun, and you can look forward to doing it. That's what I think. But I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. That's awesome. Like, there's so much that goes into it. It's exciting. I think I told my wife this. I'm pretty sure I told my son. I've had an idea for a really massively gory horror game in my head for a really, really long time. When I say like massively horror, I'm talking like what's another game like it? Hellraiser type of game, where it's just like that kind of gory and graphic, or the blood and the gore, not necessarily like visceral violence, but just like the imagery of it. I've put some of it on paper, just the idea, but yeah, I admire people who actually like have the idea, the drive, and then the determination to actually do it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people will dream big and then not even try, you know? But actually getting out there and doing it and trying it, that's what's really cool. Because like I said, you'll never know unless you actually try it. Whether you can A, even do it, and then B, whether you're going to like it and whether you want to keep doing it. Yeah, I'll help however I can. Like I said, I've always wanted to get to see how to develop things for Roblox. Honestly, I really have. It's interesting. An interesting platform. There's a lot of companies trying to do that with their products. Like they want to have their own Roblox as a platform. Like that's ideally what Microsoft wants to do with Minecraft, is make it into that. Like they want to make it into a platform where they kind of what they've done with their marketplace, but they want that to be massive, like it is with Roblox. Yes, exactly. It can. I have to actually have a Roblox account. I've never even signed up for one. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that I never have. And the thing that gets me about gacha games like that is like they already like yeah, I think they're also doing that to kind of, I think it's like a two-level approach for them. One, it's going to give longevity to their games. It's going to give them another revenue source too. When they can monetize it and like get, you know, because gacha games, every single gacha game honestly has a certain lifespan. There are some people that will always play certain ones as long as they're there, you know, but big chunks of people kind of move from one gacha to the next, the newest one, and that's what they do. And if you can hold on to that audience longer without pouring a lot more money into developing a whole brand new game, that's huge. That's huge. Oh, you're killing Gammon. No, Gammon. It's a rite of passage to kill Gammon. What did I get? Actually, that's kind of a good belt. A lot of intellect. A lot of intellect. Actually, I'll put that on. Put it down there. But yeah, no, I think it gives those games, it extends their lifespan a lot. And that's just longer that they can still. They're going to make money on it as long as they choose to keep it up, but as long they're going to make a lot more. Profit margin is going to be a lot better. Yeah, and you're right. Everybody wants to have something with their game that gives it longevity, which is why everyone jumped on the whole live service bandwagon when they did, because that's what everybody wanted. Because that's constant revenue coming in for a live service game. I think what some of them have failed to realize and see is that there's only so many live service games that people can afford to constantly be a part of. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, as a consumer, most people can't be and pay for 5 or 6 live service games that they want to play all the time. It's a lot of money. You know, if they want to do that and they want to like be competitive or keep up, or, you know, however they monetize it, the different live services monetize it different ways, but it can be a lot of money. And especially nowadays, people don't have shit. Like, money is way harder to come by nowadays than it feels like it has been at any point in my life. I'm not young. Exactly. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yep. Before not only becomes unplayable, unapproachable for new players too. I think that's what's happened to retail World of Warcraft, honestly. It is literally like mind-blowing how much shit there is in that game. And it's daunting, and it's like intimidating to get into a game when they add so much stuff. It's just like, where do I start? Is this worth investing my time in to not only do it, but figure it all out? And then, like you said, it becomes unplayable on multiple levels, and people are like, okay, yeah, I'm done. It either becomes too complicated, too much effort, too much work, too much constant like daily grind, or lots of things. Oh, totally overwhelming. Yeah. And that's what you don't want. And honestly, like, I keep going back to retail WoW because that's my best example that I've been a part of for so long. Is like, they've been struggling with that for 12, 13 years. Like, trying to make the new player experience so good that they actually want to stay and even approach it in the first place. It's hard. When your game gets huge, so big, there's so much content. How do you manage that and present it in a digestible way for a brand new player where they literally don't feel overwhelmed and are like, what do I do? How do I, like, what? Where do I go? What do I do? How do I? There's just so much. Like, it has to kind of be, it almost has to be spoon fed to people. They just extended it, didn't they? That was down to like 2 minutes. Any type of game like that where they want you to come back, I think that part has to be, they have to do that very well if they want it for a broader audience. They're going to be like, let's just use gacha games for instance, right? There's going to be a core audience that always will play gacha games. It doesn't matter, right? They're always going to play it. They always want to collect their waifus. That's kind of what they are and what they enjoy, right? There's going to be that core group that always does. But all of these games want more than just their core fan base that they've had for a while. They want it to be mass appealing because all of them want to make as much money as they can. So making it approachable is important. Absolutely. Like you said, I think at a certain point, even some of these gacha games get to a point where there's a lot to them, and maybe it's too big, which is why maybe some of them start over and just launch brand new ones. But it has to be approachable for new players. Otherwise, you're not going to expand your player base. Like, everybody wants to expand their player base. Like I can't believe the Xbox CEO, it like blows my mind what she wants Xbox to be as an entire platform. That's just not just like, it's like PC games, mobile games, Xbox games, like media, like movies, TV series, stuff like that. She wants in the next like year and a half, like I think 18 months, he wants to have, oh absolutely. There's so many games that have done that. It is. I think for us over here, if you look at a lot of the Asian countries, maybe I shouldn't say a lot of them, I'll say China, Japan, and Korea. Most of their gaming is done on their mobile devices because they're always they're out a lot, right? Like they spend a lot of time on trains, public transit, and you'll just see they're just sitting there playing on their phones. Like, I think they in those countries are a far bigger mobile audience than we'll ever be here. Mainly, I think because of the way we kind of grew up with games here, where it was always kind of a at-home thing. But I think for a lot of them, it's been a on the go thing for a long time. A lot of us, maybe I shouldn't say us, like when I think of mobile games, I think of Candy Crush. That's it. You know what I mean? Like something that isn't, that is literally just a time waster because you have literally nothing else better to do. And that's all it is. Diablo Immortal. Ironically, it does so well in those exact same countries I just talked about. The culture is way different here. Like Diablo Immortal makes massive amounts of money in the Asian countries, like insane amounts of money for Blizzard over in Asia. Like you wouldn't believe how much money it makes. It doesn't do crap here because the audiences here, like I said, we're not really, we don't use our phone for that as much as they do over there. And a lot of the people that enjoy that type of game, they want to play it on their computer or their console. That's just what they want. It's a way different culture over there. Way different culture. So the culture is just way different for this type of stuff. When I see a lot of these mobile games come out, you can almost see not only who they're made for, but where they're actually going to succeed. Like most of the ones that come out aren't really designed to be here in the States. Not like games that like we think of as games. You know, they'll always have stuff like I said, a Candy Crush and things I have for like in the States, but the ones that make a lot of money are like live service type games over there, and they make tons of money. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the best hook, ironically enough, the best way to make money, if you can get the audience, is to do a free-to-play game that the gameplay loop is simple enough that a lot of people can get into it, and so it's not overly complicated. It's free to play, but you put just enough either items that help to speed up the process, give you more of something, or allow you to skip certain things that they can buy for a little bit of money. And then that's how you make tons of money. I mean, look at King, the one that Blizzard bought, right? Well, Activision Blizzard bought, the one that makes Clash of Clans. They made so much money off that game, right? Because it was just like that. Like you could do a lot and you still had a way to do almost everything if you wanted to grind out with like an astronomical amount of time. But it was so much easier just to buy your gold mine boost and be done with it, to boost your soldiers out of your barracks, and just like, you know, it was just way easier, right? Yep, Clash Royale, yep. Oh yeah, it's just like what is that game that like everybody like was doing ads for, all the streamers and a lot of the YouTube videos? It was another one where it was kind of a battler game between teams that you would fight back and forth. Yeah, Shadow Raid or Raid, yeah, whatever it's called. Something, it's either Shadow Raid Legends or Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. Those games make so much money. It's ridiculous because they let you get into it, like I said, for free. And if the gameplay loop is fun, you can, and it sounds bad, but you can nickel and dime people where it doesn't feel so bad to them. But if you get enough people, it's a ton of money. And that's how you get people in, and that's one way to make a lot of money with a mobile type game like that. I just don't. Yeah, over here, I think the culture is a lot less to get into those types of games. Like, I can't see myself like on the ride to like Costco, like pulling out my phone and like trying to do a level in Diablo Immortal. I can't. But there, you know, people in like Korea, Japan, China.
You got some big
Gonna
mojo,
boot us off. There we go.
Maybe you're worth
They will, because they'll sit on the train, they'll sit on the bus, the mass transit, and just stare at their phone, do a whole level. They'll get off. They'll even walk home while doing it too. You know, it's like I said. I think it's a lot of it's a culture thing. I think Julie's the one that said that. It's a culture thing for them in a lot of ways, because you gotta remember when the whole handheld craze came. This is probably before your guys' time. Well, in fact, I know it is because it was when I was younger and I'm really old. Like when the Game Boy very first came around, it was released in Japan well before it ever came to the States. All of those ones that came from Japanese companies were over there long before they came here. Just a little bit before your time. They probably double the length of your age before your time. Probably not that long, but yeah, they were over there first. And so all of those ones, like PSP, all those ones always came out over there first and were out over there for a little bit of time before they even came here. They've always been, because they're always, it sounds weird, but they're always on the go a lot more than we are here. They're always going somewhere. They always work long hours. They're always going, you know, going somewhere, doing something for a lot of them. And they just wanted something to pass the time. And I think some of their development in some of those times actually was centered around that. They wanted that to happen. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. Game development's very interesting in that sense. It's changed a lot in my lifetime, where you just look at older games. You can tell like the people that made them like wanted them to be good, and that was like their goal, right? Like they're gonna make money if their game's good, and they knew that. But now it's been so corporatized that the quality of the game is second to all of that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, a lot of companies are like that now. Like they'll put something out. I go back to this, like before we could download updates over the internet, because I was alive then. I know it's a novel idea, but a studio actually had to put out a finished game because you couldn't update over the internet. Novel idea, right? Not to have a day one patch the size of the actual game that you have to download to fix all the shit they didn't decide to fix before they shipped it. Like they had to actually ship a functioning game that you couldn't update online. It's crazy, right? And lots of games were made that way, and they're great because they knew you couldn't update over the internet. Whatever you shipped on that disc, that is what you got to play. Garfield. I think Bethesda got so comfortable after Skyrim that honestly, if you look at everything they've done since Skyrim came out, the original Skyrim, I'm not talking about 10,000 other releases they've done. None of it has been great. Fallout 4 has its place, but when you compare it to the older games, like as far as like not necessarily gameplay, but kind of what the other games were, it's kind of a step back as far as what they're supposed to be. Not that they're bad, it's just a step back from what I guess the focus of the series was. And then of course came all the other mobile games they did, like what's it called? I want to say Knives, but that's not right. It's like their card game. It's kind of like Gwent, I think. And you had Fallout Shelter, which still makes money because people do it. You have Fallout 76, which was a total shit show. Starfield, which is still a pile of dog crap this day. And to think we haven't got a good game. Oh, Fallout Shelter is fun. I still have it on a tablet. It is fun. It is fun. That was their attempt. That was their attempt. I shouldn't say attempt because they did make a lot of money and they still do, at just a cash cow on what essentially is a mobile platform. That's what that is, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think if you can do that, I think that's fantastic. I think any developer should be able to monetize their IP if they can, and I think that's going to determine whether people, by the public, if they actually want to pay for it. That's the deciding factor. If people are willing to fork out money for it. That is such a cool ass mod for Starfield. It is so cool. The one you're talking about that basically turns Starfield into Star Wars. It is so cool. Fallout London is incredibly cool as well. Like I do actually have a playthrough plan for it. So I was able to I got Fallout 4 on sale for $9 on GOG games, which allows you can download the executable and I can change the version. So if I need an older version of Fallout 4 before the anniversary effed everything up, anniversary edition, I can do that through GOG games. So I wanted to get it through there because it's actually a one button install through GOG games for Fallout London as well. That's one thing that Bethesda does or did smart. I won't say did well. Did smart was encouraging modding their game from almost the get-go, because it gives, like I said, it gives the whole platform longevity, and they've been able to turn that into a way now to make money through the Creator Club. I think they'll have a problem if they take away the ability for people to download free mods, and I can't see how that would really happen. People would just go offline and not have it online. You know what I mean? But there's whole small groups that are like small studios, basically. And their whole livelihood is making things for Creator Club now, things like that for the different games. And that's, it's huge. And I think that's great too, because it not only gives the game longevity, but it gives other people the ability to make money too off of that game. And if people are willing to pay for it, great. That's just, it's supply and demand. If people want it and they're willing to pay for it, fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. If people don't want to pay for it and it flops, you gotta go back to the drawing board. Some developers think that they're entitled to your money just because they made a game, and that's not the way it is. That's not the way the free market works. Well, it's a free market. People decide what they actually want to spend their money on. If you don't put out a good game, people don't want to do it. Yes. Yeah, I am. I'm still trying to get I still have 3 React videos in the can done. I haven't posted yet because I'm still struggling to create a decent thumbnail for them that are actually all edited and all cut up and everything. Did I lose my contact? Did it come out? Let me see. Oh, I feel it. There it is. That was probably gross, but oh, there we go. They are hard to do right, and it's you want to make it recognizable enough that people who maybe have watched a react of that same video kind of can tell what video it is, but you want it to actually be slightly, a certain amount unique to yourself. Yeah, I know. There was one that I had. I've got 3 or 4 on there I want to do. Yeah, they are. They are actually. And they're generally not too hard to do either. True crime ones are fun though because they make you think. I love true crime. I really do. I do actually still have a couple. I shouldn't say a couple. Probably like 4 or 5 on a playlist that I haven't reacted to that I want to. So for true crime, just true crime alone, which is fun. Like I said, I always love true crime. I love trying to theorize around what's actually going to end up happening in a true crime video. We have, and there's one that I'm excited to watch. It's pretty wild too, where she had I think it's like the 3 million. I think one of the title tags is like $3 million mansion. Like invites the cops in. I think she's chopped her husband up and buried him on the property or some crazy thing like that. Oh, I know. That one was wild. We did pretty good kind of guessing a lot of it, especially like motive as far as like why he did certain things, like why the truck was out there in the middle of nowhere. Leaving the dog out there. He kind of planted all these things to make it look like he went out in the middle of nowhere and kind of disappeared. But when you're the local crazy, it's always going to come back to you first. I mean, this guy like had problems, like he firebombed, he like Molotov cocktailed that lady's house and stuff. Like, come on. Like, probably most of town hated him as it was. Then he ended up killing this guy. I mean, come on. That one was wild. That one was wild. And the cops, like, I kind of felt bad for the cops. Like, that one, that was the daughter who was mad at her mom because she was being misgendered because she wanted to transition to be a boy, and her mom kept calling her by her girl name and calling her constantly, and it made her so mad she ended up killing her, saying some guy came in with a gun, and then she just tossed the gun like right outside her window. What? Didn't think ahead on that one, right? She obviously didn't watch too many true crime documentaries to realize that's not a good way to dispose of a weapon. Hello. Yeah, that's just, some of the ones we've seen are kind of borderline dumbest criminal type things. It feels like when we kind of look back on what some of them have actually done. I know, like, oh, am I a suspect? Ha ha ha. Like, and they were joking at the time. They didn't, at that time, I don't think that she wasn't like a prime suspect, but she was on the edge when she was with those cops originally. But then the more they looked, it was just, yeah. I mean, and the whole thing of like, you can't tell a lie when your digital footprint tells something completely different. When you say, oh, I texted my mom or called my mom at this time, and your phone says a different time, and you called someone else, and like, you can't do that and expect your story to stand up. Like, you can't. It doesn't make sense. You can't do it. It's frustrating. It's annoying, actually. Like I said, they are annoying. You make me almost want to watch one right now. Maybe I should. Maybe we should watch one. What do I have on my playlist? Let me see what I actually have on my playlist. My VOD channel. There we go. Future reacts. Oh, this is the one I was telling you about, the $3 million property.
Doesn't look like.
Yeah, secret killer. Okay, we should just watch this. You see, I've got 47 on a playlist here of a whole bunch of different ones. A lot of them are body cam. I got to remove some that we've actually watched, but yeah, this is it. Yes, yeah, I know, because we stop and we talk about it. We talk about it like we're like, you know, what do you think's going on here and there? It's like, yeah, we can easily turn a 30-minute video into a long one. This one's crazy too, dude. Right here, that one. I think there's even an update on that one too. That one's crazy. Yeah, I think this is the one where, yeah, there's bodies in garbage sacks. Dude, Dr. Insanity's awesome. Yes, the dude in Colorado, right? I wanted to say Utah, but it wasn't Utah. Where he had planned it for like almost a whole year how he was going to kill his wife. Yeah, insane. And it was literally almost absolutely perfect. Almost. Luckily it wasn't. Right, so let me actually do. There we go. Let me put myself down in the corner all the way. Maybe I'll put myself up here. Okay, this is that one I was talking about. Was $3 million murder mansion. Okay, so I saw this one and I'm like, okay, this is good. Dr. Insanity, really good. He's awesome. Yeah, let me actually make sure this is good. I want to turn off desktop so it's not double. I don't want YouTube music going as well.
Like anyone's been here.
You guys hear that?
What's that smell?
This officer is unknowingly.
Is it too loud? How's the volume? Okay. All right. So, yeah, this one is Secret Killer leads cops into her $3 million murder mansion. Dr. Insanity. Awesome video. Haven't seen it, but just the synopsis I've read about it, it should be pretty good. So let's watch it. Let's have a watch and find out what happens.
It doesn't look like anyone's been here. What's that smell?
This officer is.
What's that smell? That's always great, isn't it?
Reacting to the decomposition odor coming from Craig Thetford's hidden body. Police have been searching for him for months with no success. And even now, with the foul odor in the air, they still have no idea he's buried only feet away.
Is that dirt? Or is that blood?
This is the only way I've been able to have any communication with him. And I don't even know if it's him.
I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
There's some weird going on.
Whoever killed Craig covered their tracks meticulously, using chemicals to mask the odor, disabling security cameras.
Well, let's not say they totally masked the odor. Considering the cops can smell it all over the whole property when they came up, you know, like, let's not go too far. Maybe the initial, like, crime scene, yes, but not everything else.
And hiding in plain sight. And while detectives spend months trying to figure...
Man, that cop reminded me of my niece. My wife knows who I'm talking about. He reminds me of my niece.
In plain sight. And while detectives spend months trying to figure out where Craig went, the suspected killer quietly continues spending Craig's money, allegedly buying houses, cars, and crafting a plan to ensure they are never found.
Holy smokes.
Well, I want to say something else, but I don't want to implicate her.
You need to say it.
You might start looking in the Caribbean.
He ran off, even though he doesn't have any of his money. And I'm spending all his money. But he ran off to the Caribbean penniless and then just disappeared.
It's a late May evening in Cloudcroft, New Mexico.
Only a little
Tucked
over a
among
year
wooded
ago.
acreage and mountain terrain sits a 2,000 square foot property owned by 60-year-old Craig Thetford. He lives inside this large
This would be
3-story
nice to
house
have
with
a
his
place
wife
there, man,
Dina.
honestly.
The Thetfords enjoy a comfortable lifestyle thanks to Craig's roofing business. They own multiple residential properties and frequently take luxury vacations. But a few months ago, something dark took place inside the Thetford household, and it went unnoticed for weeks, until May 2025, when the Otero County Sheriff's Office receives a disturbing call.
Communications on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Who would I talk to have a wellness check done on an individual?
That would be me. What's going on?
His name is Craig Thetford. Everybody here in Texas has been trying to get a hold of Craig for nearly 2 months.
Okay.
Okay, so this must be someone that he knows or is related to in Texas, because they said this is in New Mexico, right? So it has to be, he's got family in Texas. Okay.
Can't get a hold of his wife. We're really concerned about him because this is not like him. He always answers.
Because his wife is out spending his money.
Even his family here hasn't been able to get a hold of him. Nobody can get a hold of him.
On the line is Larry Scott, requesting a welfare check on his friend. But something about this call is different. As Larry explains, nobody has seen Craig or his wife for months. A detail that's highly unusual since most missing person reports come within days. Following this, officers are dispatched to the address to conduct a welfare check on the Thetford couple. Once they pull up to the long driveway and step out into the mountain air, they can sense something is off about this place.
Sense? Or smell something's off. I bet you it smells something's off from what we saw in the beginning. That's what it's got to be. Spouse is always a good bet, honestly. I'll just say spouse because most of these are generally men that do it. But yeah, in this case where the man's missing, definitely. We've seen our fair share of women who've poisoned husbands, found other ways to eliminate them. Your spouse is always a good bet if there is one.
Sheriff's office.
It's kind of clean. They have a dog. Where's the dog? There's his four-wheeler.
Can you see anything through the windows?
Yeah, I got a pretty good look through the windows.
It is pretty clean, right?
Doesn't look like there's anyone in there.
As officers walk around the residence, they notice the sheer size of the property, with multiple carports and outbuildings. Lights are on throughout the home itself, but strangely,
it almost doesn't look lived in, does it? Like no one is actively living in it. Because I know there are people who are kind of clean freaks who constantly are cleaning up after themselves, but like it almost looks like it was cleaned and then someone left. It doesn't look like it's in a constant state of being lived in, does it? Like, yeah, exactly. It looks like everything is kind of in its perfect little place. Like all the chairs were moved in. Like nothing was even slightly messy. Like what you might walk in and kick your shoes off or throw the mail on the table. Like nothing like that. Nothing like that. It did look way too staged. Yeah, you're right.
No one answers the door. Looking through the windows, one officer notices several boxes stacked, suggesting that the couple might be in the process of moving or had already left. As another officer circles towards the carport, he hesitates. There's something odd about the air around him.
I got a pretty decent security camera on the back.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here.
Sweet equipment there, excavator. Nice.
What's that smell?
Coming from the carport, a faint, strange odor drifts through the space. But up in the mountains with wildlife and wooded terrain, unusual smells aren't uncommon, so the officer brushes it off and moves on. With the home appearing
I can
vacant
see that.
and no immediate signs of foul play, cops call it off and leave with the impression that the Thetford couple likely moved out and simply forgot to inform their friend Larry. Unknowingly,
What kind of theory is that? Look at all the vehicles that are still there. They likely moved out and didn't tell anyone. What kind of working theory is that? That's stupid. I'm sorry. I think that's stupid. Am I the only one that thinks that's kind of dumb? Well, they moved and didn't tell anyone, but they didn't take all their stuff. I know, who leaves all this stuff there too? Like, what? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, there's too much stuff for them to just, exactly. Too much stuff laying around for them to just have moved out. It doesn't make sense, right? No.
officers are walking away from
dumb
the first
theory.
signs that something far more sinister is at play.
So a lot of that stuff's expensive.
The next day, things begin to shift into something more serious as police receive a second call about Craig.
Okay.
However, this one carries more concerning details than the last.
Telecommunications on a recorded line. How can I help you?
Okay, this is gonna seem really, really strange. About 4 months ago, my grandpa had went off the face of the world, and he's a volunteer firefighter up there. He loves to do it. He talks to me about it all the time. And so I'd like to place a wellness check. But the only person that said she's talked to him in 4 months is his wife, and apparently now they're getting a divorce. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. But
Okay. So only the wife supposedly has talked to him, but no one has heard from the wife. This is the first person that's actually said they've heard from the wife. Because remember in the beginning, they're like, nobody's heard from him or the wife in 4 months, right? But now the grandson has heard from the wife. His grandma, his step grandma, I guess.
I don't believe it. It's not my grandpa. It's just really strange.
What's his name?
Craig Thetford.
And what's your name?
My name is Cody Gibson, and I'm his grandson. His wife is supposedly in Texas getting a divorce.
With yet another welfare check request from Craig's grandson Cody, a clearer timeline begins to form. It now sounds like Craig hasn't been.
She's in Texas living high on the hog, on his cash. That's what she's doing.
Missing for 2 months as previously believed by his friend. Instead, he hasn't been seen for over 4 months, which is even more alarming. Additionally, the reason no formal missing person report was filed starts to make sense as Cody goes on to explain that his grandfather's wife, Dina Thetford.
What if it's the wife and another family member helped her too, and they have the phones? I'm kind of trying to figure out. Remember we saw in the very beginning, in kind of the intro, that someone says they've been communicating with him, but he's not convinced it's them, it's him, right? Nobody conveniently heard from her, like I said, except the grandson, but nobody else had heard from her. I think she's just out there too busy spending his money, but is she just not answering her phone either? Is her phone turned off? Because there's other people that obviously probably tried to reach her and she hasn't responded to them. So I'm curious to see kind of what her story is when we get to her.
Has been telling everyone that Craig is in Mexico with another woman after filing for divorce. A story that doesn't sit right with Craig's grandson. Following this second call, Otero County Sheriff's deputies are dispatched back to Craig's house. This time, instead of simply knocking and leaving, they widen the scope. If Craig and his wife aren't inside the house, maybe someone nearby has seen or heard something. So deputies begin canvassing the surrounding properties.
That kind of sucks. Like, look at this right here. This is their place, right? Obviously, because they have the line going there. Look at how close that neighbor is. That kind of sucks with how big their property is.
A decision that
I would have much rather had my house right here. Anyway, sorry. I'm just thinking like with all this property that he probably owns right here, he almost butts his house up right here against the neighbor's house. It is bad placement considering how much property you have. Maybe it's all based on the the terrain, though. Maybe that's it. It could be that's the only good spot that was flat enough for something that big. I don't know, but kind of sucks, honestly, with how big their property is. That's a whole side tangent.
Will quietly kickstart an investigation into what may become one of the most elaborate and twisted homicide cover-ups they've ever handled.
Ooh.
Deputy Ventura with the Sheriff's Office.
Excellent.
By chance, have you seen your neighbors over?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him since January. And we were real good friends.
Always good to hear.
And we were both on the James Canyon Fire Department. And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all come January?
I got him. I was on James Canyon Fire Department there for about 5.5 years. And when he moved up here, I talked him into it. And I mean, we were real good friends and everything. And then Josh over here, we got him on the fire department. Josh and Heidi here would know more information about them because I know.
Do you know what the address is over there?
It's just that A-frame right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, this one right here.
Hi, can I help y'all?
Yes, ma'am. How are you? I'm Deputy Ventura with the Turner County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
We were looking for Craig Setford.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him. He was in Breckenridge taking care of his mom.
Okay.
And his wife Dina is my friend.
Whoa. Okay, wait. I need to go back. I'm missing something here. Were they buying his house or a house from him?
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him. He was
The house? His house?
was in Breckenridge taking care of his mom.
Okay.
And his wife Dina is my friend. She's in and out from the house down there.
Okay.
But she hasn't really talked to him either, which is weird.
Have you talked to Dina lately? Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you asked her anything about like Craig, how he's doing or anything
She
like that?
doesn't. From what she's telling me, she's not talking to him either.
She's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, are they like not
okay, so
together?
she is
I
alive.
think they're splitting up.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that's what's happening.
And when was the last time you saw Dina here in the area?
It's probably been about 3 weeks now.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
As far as Heidi knows, Craig and Dina are in the middle of separating, with Craig supposedly staying at his mother's house in
13 weeks.
Texas. That explanation doesn't match what Dina told Craig's grandson Cody, who was under the impression that his grandfather went to Mexico after filing for divorce. To investigate further, the deputy asks Heidi for Dina's phone number and tries calling her. But worryingly, it goes straight to voicemail. With no immediate leads, officers return to the station. Before Deputy Pinter can relay his
What do you want to bet that she might have access to the security cameras in the house? And she has seen them come to the house, and that's why she's gone off the grid and not answering the phone. That could be it. Yeah, I think I would do the same thing if I had access to like a camera, like a security camera set up at my house, and I saw cops coming by and I saw increased traffic around my house. And if I was in her place, I'd be like, yeah, I'm willing to bet on that too. Like somehow she knows that they're now looking for her husband. And so she's like, I don't want to talk to anyone. Not right now.
findings to detectives, his phone starts ringing. Interestingly, the caller is one of the Thetfords.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, I missed a phone call.
Yes, ma'am. How are you? This is Deputy
there she
calling
is.
from the Ontario County Sheriff's Office. I was calling in reference to your husband, Craig. It seems that he hasn't been in contact with a lot of his family and some of his friends.
Right, yeah. We have been separated, and I recently filed for divorce. He's he's involved with someone else, and currently he's in Mexico.
I forcibly separated him.
You saw him or spoke to him
from his ability to live.
Before he left.
Would you have an estimate, like, was it like 1 week, 2 weeks?
First of the month?
First of the month. And you saw him in person, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
he was packing, yes.
Okay, so according to her, she spoke to him at the first of the month and that he was packing then. So what about the other 3 months? Like when he wasn't communicating with anybody and no one saw him, right? another bad timeline she's kind of creating right here, because it doesn't make sense that, okay, if you were getting divorced, you would have told somebody in your family and not remained silent for 3 months and then disappeared to Mexico. You would have said something to somebody. Like, your soon-to-be ex-wife wouldn't be the only one that knows you're getting divorced. Like, it wouldn't happen. Like, you would have told someone, friend, relative, anybody. You would have told somebody.
Was this at your residence on Heatherwick?
Yes, he has moved out.
And where are you currently?
Exactly. And he has kids, grandkids. Like, he would, I can't see, like, because I think this is not, like I said, I think this is a step grandma, right? It's not their biological grandma. So I can't see why he wouldn't tell any of his children or grandkids. Like, I cannot see, it wouldn't be some, like, I don't know. I can't picture it, how this is adding up, the story she's telling. It doesn't really make sense, where 3 months he says nothing, and then just all of a sudden we're getting divorced and I'm going to Mexico, and he hasn't told any of his family at all. It doesn't make sense.
You're staying at?
I'm at my mom's in Texas, Seymour, Texas.
Yeah. Well, I guess let me ask you, are you going to permanently be staying at Seymour, Texas? No? Okay.
Until I see what happens in the divorce, I'm going to ask for the property.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's missing.
On the line is Dina Thetford, clarifying that her husband is actually in Mexico with another woman. The same story she told Craig's grandson, but different from what her neighbor reported. Naturally, this drastically complicates the investigation, as locating a missing person in another country is exponentially more difficult. But during the phone call, Dina also goes on to explain that she suspected Craig of cheating on her for nearly a year before confirming the affair a couple of months earlier. Now she's staying with her mother in Texas, but plans to return to New Mexico and fight Craig in court to keep the property for herself. The deputy confirms Dina's current phone number before ending the call. Aside from the inconsistent story about Craig's whereabouts, police have no reason to believe Dina is hiding anything. But that is about to change.
I tried to warn Craig. She did state if I could kill Craig and get away with it, I'd do it.
My mom's crazy. Like, she's tried to kill me before.
What?
In the days that follow, Craig Thetford is
She got called out by her own child. Ooh, my mom's crazy. She tried to kill me. Okay, yeah.
Officially entered into the FBI database as a missing person, and the case is assigned to Detective Bobby Curtis with the district's Major Crimes Unit. As Curtis begins digging into the couple's background, one detail immediately stands out. Craig is Dina's fourth husband. She had already been married.
She's a black widow, man.
3 times before, and those relationships seemingly ended under troubling circumstances.
Maybe some of them are
so
dead
Curtis
too.
decides to call the people who might know Dina best, her ex-husbands. And what she's about to hear may not just explain where Craig is, but also what really happened to him.
I got a voicemail from you about an hour ago, I guess.
I was calling to see if you had a minute to talk to me about Dina.
I was married to her 30 years ago. I called her demon-possessed one time and about drove her crazy.
I was told there was possibly a time when she had tried to run you over with her car.
I would probably say that's more of her drug-addicted or alcohol-addicted state that she gets that way. And
she gets cray-cray when she gets high or drunk. Okay, that's good to know.
The best time to leave her alone is when she's that way. I think that's how we both survived for 10 years. Hello?
Hi, is this Scotty?
Yes.
Hi, it's Detective Curtis. First, let's go ahead and start with why did you guys end up
That would be good to know before you get involved with them too.
Crazy. She is what they classify as a binge-drinking alcoholic.
That's bad. She's a binge drinking alcoholic, and she becomes borderline homicidal when she's drunk. This is not good.
Yeah, she assaulted me multiple times, broke 2 pair of glasses, balled up her fist and hit me. Twice she tried to kill me. You know, I was always afraid something like this was going to happen because I knew she was capable. And then, you know, when I saw that Craig was missing, I immediately called. You know, I tried to warn Craig multiple times, and she did state in front of me and my wife, if I could kill Craig and get away with it, I'd do it.
That final remark from Scott is disturbing and certainly doesn't bode well for the situation. Following these statements from Dina's ex-husbands, Detective Curtis decides to dig further into Scott's claims. Turns out, Dina worked as a correctional officer for nearly 8 years in the early 2000s. Then, in 2008, according to Scott, Dina was arrested for allegedly trying to stab him while intoxicated, an incident that reportedly landed her in jail overnight. After that, the couple briefly reconciled, but in 2010, Scott also alleged that Dina found his pistol and chased him while pulling the trigger, though the gun was not loaded and he survived. As Curtis continues reviewing the reports, she notices that at various points over the years, Dina's daughter Leslie had lived with her and Craig. So one of Curtis's co-investigators reaches out to...
I wonder how long her and Craig were married. So I don't think it's new because they just said over the years she has lived with them, the daughter. So it's got to be a little while that they were married. I always had this impression that maybe it was like 5 years or less, maybe that they were married, but maybe it was longer than that.
Leslie to gain insights into what was happening inside that house. When he finally gets her on the phone, she shares some startling information about her mother.
How are you this morning?
Good as it can be. How are you?
I'm good. So, whenever you were living at the house, Leslie, was there domestic violence going on in the house? Did your mom and dad fight?
Yeah, all the time. My mom's crazy. My mom is so crazy. Like, she's tried to kill me before. She stabbed one of her other husbands. She tried to run my real dad over with a car. She had my sister hogtied and thrown in a car and, like, shipped off one time.
So, was your mom to you?
Yep, to everyone, pretty much. I always thought she was, like, possessed, like, demonic. Like, it was so evil that, like, I just couldn't even believe, like, it was real.
Okay. At the time that you were there at the house, did your mom and dad drink or use drugs? Either one of them?
Yeah, she's an alcoholic. She's always been. She also does other drugs, and I think she might have poisoned him or been trying to poison him or something, or messing with his medication or something.
Needless to say, things are starting to sound grim. There are now 2 separate people alleging that Craig may be dead and that Dina could somehow be involved. With this troubling development in mind, Detective Curtis moves on to review the couple's recent financial activity, and this is where things become very peculiar. In the last 4 months, Dina appears to have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, including a new house and a new car, while also potentially helping fund her son's new business.
So, in what logical world would a couple that is separated because they were getting divorced, right? In what logical world would a couple in the separation process before divorce have this type of spending? First of all, they're not, because if they're actually getting divorced, those attorneys are going to encourage both of them. Don't spend a dime because it's going to affect your settlement, your divorce settlement. That's the way it works. If you go on a spending spree, spending joint assets and joint funds before the divorce is final, it's going to be held against you in a divorce decree. Like, this chick is going hog wild, buying shit, houses, cars, like that. You don't do that blatantly, because it's not like she hid it behind like some trust or LLC. Like, if they were able to find it that easily, she just probably bought it in her name. Like, you don't do that if you're actually getting divorced, and like, he wouldn't be allowing her to do it, to spend all his money if they're getting divorced anyways, right? He's like, he'd probably be like, you can spend whatever the hell you want once we're divorced out of the money you get, not spend $200,000 or $300,000 now beforehand. This is like red flag after red flag going up with her doing this. This is nuts.
With all these findings combined and Dina's shifting story, investigators begin to suspect they may be dealing with something far more serious than a missing person case, and the possibility of a concealed homicide now sits squarely on the table. But in the middle of trying to piece together what really happened to Craig, detectives receive a tip that his wife Dina has returned home and is acting as if nothing ever happened.
Somebody's home?
Of course. Oh, I'm back from Texas.
Following this, Deputy Roger Schoolcraft is sent to check if Dina returned home and can provide any answers. In a few seconds, he will come face to face with the one person investigators now believe may be their prime suspect. But before we get to that, if you're like me, you probably want to save money and have your money actually work for you, without overcomplicating things or constantly thinking about it. That's where our video's sponsor, Chime, comes in. Chime is the most loved banking app that makes saving simple, especially with their high-yield savings account. The national average savings rate is 0.39% APY, which is basically nothing. But with Chime's high-yield savings account, you earn up to 3%, about 7 times the national average. To put that into perspective, if you had $5,000 in a regular savings account, you'd earn about $20 in a year. But with Chime's savings account, that's closer to $150 in a year. Real money that can actually go towards something you want. Chime also makes saving easy to automate. You can send part of your paycheck straight to your savings, or you can turn on roundups so spare change from everyday purchases goes straight into your account without you having to think about it. There are no monthly fees or minimum balance requirements, so more of your money stays yours. And unlike some savings accounts, your money isn't locked up. You can access it anytime. Right now, Chime is offering up to a $350 bonus. Yes, up to.
I like that little progress bar they have at the bottom, and that's just for the commercial that he's doing. That's kind of cool. So you know how much longer the paid ad, that he has embedded is going to be with that red line at the bottom. I kind of like that. It's separate from the whole video. This one's just for the ad.
$350 when you open a new Chime account through my link, chime.com/insanity, or just click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen. With that said, let's get back to Deputy Roger, who's on the verge of hearing a story that may explain why Craig truly vanished.
May?
Hi, good morning. Dina?
Yes.
Hi. Good morning, good morning.
Crazy demon? Dina the demon?
Hey, I'm doing some I'm Roger, I'm sorry. Roger Schoolcraft. Dina?
Yes, I think we met at a football game.
Probably did. I'm trying to do some follow-up on Craig. And I thought maybe I could meet with you. Maybe you could try to kind of help me, give me some information. And can we sit somewhere? Or? All right. Kind of chilly.
I know.
Okay, well, obviously we got some calls because people haven't been hearing from her or anything. So you being the wife, you might be able to help me.
Well, it's his mom. I talked to his mom.
Oh, really? So you guys aren't?
No, we have been having some issues.
Okay.
I guess you would say we're separated.
How long?
We've been having some issues. I wanted all his money and he didn't want to give it to me. That's the issue.
Has that been going on?
Nothing's legal yet. We just haven't been spending any time together since
nothing's legal yet because you killed
February.
Early February, late February.
Late February or mid-February.
Ghost ain't signing no divorce
Things weren't
decree.
working out, so you left, he left, how did that?
He left. He told me. Well, he first went to Texas because he said he needed to go help his mom.
Okay, so we've already established that exactly, right? Nothing's legal, but I'd be interested to see when she filed. And if he went to Texas, why would he have not seen his friends in Texas, the ones who made the original wellness check call? There's no way he wouldn't have gone to see them, right? If he's all the way in Texas, why not? I wouldn't have gone to see them. I want to see that. I want to see the police talk to the mom, like his mom, to see, first of all, did he go to Texas? Because I'm betting not. And did he even talk to her? Because I'm betting no on that one as well.
So he left here to go help his mom?
That was what he said, yes. I've never really had any reason not to
and just
not
drove
believe
down to
what he
Mexico.
said.
What?
And that was like the second week of February?
You'll have to bear with me because I don't keep track of time.
Even though Dina doesn't keep track of time, she does seem to keep track of other things, like the details surrounding Craig's disappearance. Within just a few minutes of their conversation, Deputy Roger notices that Dina slightly adjusts her explanation about Craig's whereabouts, now claiming that he simply told her what he was doing, and she had no reason not to believe him. But as the pair continue rehashing the details, Dina begins to visibly sense that Deputy Roger isn't convinced. She appears to have no idea of the amount of suspicion that's been mounting against her. In reality, Dina is well prepared for this moment because she's about to present what she believes is concrete proof to validate her story and put an end to the growing suspicion around her.
I've never had a reason to doubt it, but now I do. I mean, I think that he has hooked up with some youngsters that are doing these classes, and I think he's reliving his youth, and he's ready for me to get out of the picture.
But where would he be doing that at?
Mexico, I guess. Mexico. But when I would come home, I mean, he's been here.
I know, right? They're giving away the plug
it got
too
to
early.
the point where he would just leave me a note, like that one over there. Now there's been several. This is our communication right here for the last 2 months.
Okay.
And there's been several, but this is now this one is from not like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and you put, please, this is your handwriting and that's his?
Yes, because his family's been calling me, where is he? You know, and I'm like, I know as much as you do.
Where's El Salto?
Mexico.
And he has friends in El Salto, or he went?
El Salto is a trophy bass fisherman.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm a big bass fisherman too.
I think this would make like the 3rd time he's been there.
Even if Deputy Roger tried, he couldn't sound fully convinced that Craig actually wrote this message. But he takes the bait anyway, or at least allows Dina to believe her plan is unfolding exactly as she intended. Conveniently, Dina quickly moves on to the next step in her plan. There's something downstairs that might help clear things up, and she's willing to share it off the record.
Oh, off the record?
Can I say something off the record?
Sure.
Craig?
His body cam ain't off the record. They're not allowed to turn that shit off. They ain't allowed. Let's see if the body cam catches it all off the record.
Keeps all our money in cash. I can't get in the safe, so I can't tell you if he took it or if it's there.
And where are you buying your house from?
All the money? Why can't you get into the safe?
How you buying the house and the car and
was that an issue between the two of you? They wouldn't let you have access to the safe? Or what?
It wasn't an issue with us, but it was an issue with his first wife.
Well, she was stealing money from him or what? Okay, I understand now. And how much?
1.5 million.
Could you show me where that safe is?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a substantial amount of money by anyone's standards, and Deputy Roger is beginning to suspect he may already know why Craig suddenly vanished. Even though Dina claims she can't access the safe, Roger...
I don't think that's all his money either, to be honest. Obviously it's not, but like, maybe it's most of it. If I had that much money in a safe and other people knew, I don't know if I'd tell my wife either, because what if they put a gun to her head and made her unlock it? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can trust myself not to unlock it and lose 1.5 million. But I wouldn't expect my wife to put her life on the line to not give someone $1.5 million to save her life. Why the hell do you have $1.5 million sitting in a safe in your house? How many people knew he had that much money sitting in there?
We'll soon discover that this, too, might not be true. But since Dina brought up the money unprompted, Roger recognizes an opportunity to dig deeper and decides to take it.
I'm sorry.
You got me?
I've got a bad knee. I'm
Mr. Schoolcraft, the Chad, he recognizes the...
No, it's good.
Ground weight.
No, just getting old.
I feel you.
Holy smokes. Big house.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Too
that's
big
true.
for two people.
It's way too big.
You're right, because what do they have? Like, what records do they have showing how much is in there? Like, if she's in the middle of stealing the money, because you know she's somehow found either gotten money from somewhere else or found a way into the safe, right? And that's what she used to buy the other house, to buy the car, to invest in her son's business. It's either coming from here or somewhere else. And you're absolutely right. Like, if let's say she spent $500,000, right? I would have said a million, Julie. I would have said the exact same thing. I would have said, yeah, he keeps 1 million in there. So if they open it up and there's 1 million, that's, they're not shocked. Like, I wouldn't say the full amount unless there's like some concrete evidence saying exactly how much is in there that they have access to be able to get the cops. I would be saying what's actually in there and not what should be in there too.
This is the bottom floor here? Or?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's cool.
Right?
Yeah, good Lord.
That thing is
That
huge.
cost a penny.
Yeah, that was my present, and now I don't know if I get to keep it.
Yeah.
This one and this
She
one.
buy it
Oh,
for
there's two
herself?
of them.
Yeah.
So you don't have the
Two.
combination for either safe.
No. No, I just.
You didn't keep it written down anywhere, and you don't know.
Dude,
Okay.
who the hell is going to keep a little
As
scrap
Roger
of
checks
paper
the
with
safe,
$1.5
he
million
has
inside
no
a safe?
idea that he is standing in the very spot where Craig's body remained for days before it was eventually moved and hidden. None of that is apparent in this moment, so the two head back upstairs after taking a quick look. By this point, Roger feels he's heard what he came for and then some. But before leaving, he decides to share a small surprise he's been holding back.
Have you been married before too? Or?
Gosh, yes.
Okay. Oh gosh, yes.
Oh, gosh,
Yes.
yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I used to. It seemed to be a regular occurrence.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's. I make it a joke. Yeah, I mean, I just. It took me a long time to figure out I'm the common denominator.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How many times were you married?
He is my fourth.
Your fourth? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know, just a little history of me. I'm actually a retired police officer. Came back to work about 2 years ago. I got bored sitting at home. But the vast majority of my career, I worked in investigation, CID, homicide unit in Albuquerque.
Woo!
So that's most of my career has been doing that.
Chad is throwing down
Deputy
his
Roger
friends.
leaves little room for doubt, subtly making it clear that he is, in fact,
Did you notice how her expression changed when he started throwing that out there? That what he used to do on the police force, like her, you visibly kind of saw her expression change. She's like, I think she started to realize, this isn't someone I can just like pull the wool over their eyes and just convince with like half truths that what's going on.
Investigating a possible homicide. Even though Dina tries to appear nonchalant, her face tells a different story.
It does.
She looks visibly taken aback by the idea that a homicide detective is now sitting in her living room, and the timing of Roger's reveal couldn't have been more deliberate, coming right after Dina seemingly acknowledged that she's the common denominator in her previous failed marriages. With the surprise revealed, Roger wraps up the conversation and heads out, leaving Dina with a clear implication that she may now be a prime suspect in the possible homicide of her husband, a thought that will soon begin to consume her. At the same time, Roger walks away with something else he believes he identified during the hour-long interview, a possible financial motive behind Craig's disappearance, as well as an even stronger suspicion that he may have just been speaking with the alleged killer herself. Before heading back to the station to relay his findings, Roger's relentless instincts get the best of him. With more than 2 decades of experience and having handled a case with eerily similar circumstances that later turned into a homicide, he can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. So instead of leaving right away, he decides to stick around the neighborhood and speak with...
Can you imagine the crap he has seen over that long, like investigating murders and homicides? Like, that's crazy, man. Crazy.
People who live nearby. A move that will not only fuel Roger's growing suspicions, but also reveal some new details police hadn't fully heard before.
Exactly. Let her spill everything. Let her get real comfortable, and then he just slaps it right there. Slaps it right there on the coffee table, saying, you know, I've been doing this for 35 years. You know, been investigating homicides, murders, you name it. Like I said, that was so awesome just to see her whole face just change. Boom. As soon as it hit, as soon as realization hit that she had just been nonchalantly, you know, talking to this guy, kind of changing up her story as she went. You know, things weren't as concise in her story, talking to him, and yeah, all that is just running a tally in Roger's head about her and this whole case.
How are you doing?
Hey, you. Roger School Club. We met.
Yeah, I was at the school. You want to go here? We can come up here.
Will dog by me?
No.
Oh, okay.
This also
Just a good
sounds like a
barker.
small community, doesn't it?
What, do you know anything on the last time you saw him or talked to him?
You know, it's been a while, and there's some weird stuff going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to. I'm not trying to implicate anybody. From what it sounds like in the past, you know, whenever those two get when I say those two, Craig and Dina, they get together and you mix in a little bit of alcohol, things get a little bit flammable.
Flammable. That's a good word.
And Craig said, if anything ever happens to me out on one of these calls, Dina has a combination to the safe, and I keep an envelope full of money in it. And this is the only way I've been able to.
Okay, 1.5 mil does not fit in an envelope. What kind of envelope is this? Jolly Green Giants envelope? Like, what? There's no envelope, single envelope. What? $1.5 million is not fitting in a single envelope. That's like sitting in there in stacks, okay? Stacks in there is what 1.5 million is looking like.
Have any communication with you, and I don't even know if it's him.
Wonder who. But wasn't there 2 safes? I think he said there was that one, because he walked in here, and here was the hot tub, right? And then he walked around this way, and we saw this one, but I think she pointed and said there's 2. So maybe most of the money's in one, and maybe something else is in the other one.
We supposedly went fishing to Mexico with. See, we had a call like this a long time ago. Long story short, turned into a murder. But she was staying in the time ago. Long story short, turned into a murder. But she was staying in the house 3 weeks after she'd murdered him, and she drug him out in the back porch and covered him up with a tarp. Kind of rings the same deal. Same.
It could be, yeah, you're right. One could be for personal, one could be business stuff too. Absolutely. There's already okay, hold on. Okay, so did he say that happened there or in Mexico? This whole murder-suicide thing.
See, we had a call like this a long time ago. Long story short, turned into a murder. But she was staying in the house 3 weeks after she'd
their house
murdered him, and she drug him out in the back porch and covered him up with a tarp. Kind of rings the same deal. Same story. All he went
on. He's like, this sounds just like that.
On a fishing trip, well, he kept not showing up for work, and people were calling.
So he's really nowhere to be seen.
No, ma'am, he's nowhere to be found.
Everything we've been told.
I think the moral of this story is don't move up into this, I guess, neighborhood. If you have a slightly mentally unstable spouse, man or woman, you might just end up dead, because this is now number 2.
And heard is Because I wasn't sure how you...
And I want to say something else, but I don't want to implicate her.
Don't move their car. It looks really nice, though.
When we first moved here, we were just having conversations, and she was like, and she didn't say she'd kill him, but she was like, that happened, you know.
You need to say it.
When we first moved here, we were just having conversations, and she was like, and she didn't say she'd kill him, but she was like, that happened, you know. I'd be okay with it, kind of to that effect.
Mm-hmm. Who starts out the first communication with a brand new neighbor saying, you know, if my husband, you know, kicks the bucket, if he dies or is killed, I don't really care. Who starts out a conversation with a brand new neighbor like that? What kind of psycho does that?
By now, the pattern is becoming impossible to ignore, and it seems like everyone familiar with the couple is thinking the same thing. They're just hesitant to say it out loud. Notably, Craig's firefighter friend Thomas also reveals that Craig told him Dina has the combination to the safe, directly contradicting Dina's claims earlier when she claimed she had no way of accessing the money inside the safe. Roger records these statements and eventually heads back to the station to speak with the lead detective Curtis to determine their next steps. Even though investigators are now strongly considering the possibility of homicide, they still lack physical evidence of foul play, or Craig's body, at least for the time being. 5 days after his initial visit, Deputy Roger returns to the Thetfords' house to follow up with Dina. They still haven't been able to reach Craig, and the situation is looking increasingly grim. But this time, something different awaits Roger. As he arrives and steps out of his car, he notices something unsettling on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he kind of does, doesn't he? Yes, he does.
Good morning.
Come on in.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
I was about to make some coffee.
I'll take some coffee. What are you putting in the ground?
I'm not putting it in the ground. I was trying to flatten it. I'm going to roll those rocks back in there.
Oh, I saw that metal thing. I thought maybe it was some kind of a holding thing.
It's an above ground gardening.
Oh, yeah.
Roger treats the discovery lightly, even joking about the massive hole Dina dug outside. But he'll soon find out that he's been, unknowingly, walking right over the truth this whole time.
What's he close to? Was he close to any of the females at all?
He's nice to everybody. I mean, everybody adores him.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to church, and everybody just loves him, and the neighbors, he would do anything for anybody.
So none of these neighbors had a gripe with him or an issue with him. It's just so unusual for somebody just completely pop off the radar. Just poof, they're gone. Well, it's a mystery.
Like I said, everyone loves him except his wife. Everyone loves him except me. You know, I meet someone for the first time. I'm like, you know, if my husband kicks the bucket or disappears, I'm good with it. You know, everyone likes him, but her, I guess.
I keep thinking he's maybe got an enemy that we're not aware of, or somebody that felt like they had something to gain.
I think, you know, if I had just left when he told me to, then none of this would have happened.
With this statement coming directly from Dina, she has effectively pointed the finger at herself. Whether she realizes it or not remains to be seen. With the remainder of the conversation yielding no new leads, Roger wraps up his second visit and heads out.
It's not only a random person, it's your new next door neighbor. Like, you're going to see them every day. Like, how is that? Like, that lady had that on the top of her head. She's like, you know, she said something, you know, when we very first met, you know, it's like, she's got to have a screw loose up there. I'm serious. She's got to.
Still empty-handed. But as he leaves the property, Roger has no idea that this might be the last time he ever sees Dina alive.
Ooh, is someone knocking off Dina? Okay.
In the following weeks, things begin to escalate dramatically as Dina appears to have vanished. Any phone calls from detectives went straight to voicemail, and police were unable to locate her. Investigators also caught wind of rumors alleging Dina was talking about fleeing to Jamaica or taking her own life. However, there's a huge development that's about to happen today. Because sometime in the afternoon, an old co-worker of Dina from her prison job calls lead detective Curtis with an explosive tip.
Hello?
Hi, is this Andrew?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. I had a message that you had called.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what can I help you with, sir?
I recently got in touch with an old friend of mine. She was married to that dude, and apparently she said she shot him. I have a conscience, and I couldn't just not say nothing.
Can you tell me her name?
This is his wife, Dina.
Did she tell you when?
No, ma'am. I don't know none of the particulars.
What everyone has been anticipating this entire time has finally come to fruition. Seemingly straight from Dina herself.
Okay, so if Dina's disappeared, let's assume that, let's say that dude's right. Let's say she confessed to killing or shooting her husband. What's happened to her now? Did she get worried and want to herself, or is she taking all the money she can and is she on the run? I don't know. Almost feel like it might be the option where she's going to herself, because I say that only because of the way they kind of led with that might be the last time they see her alive before this. I don't know. When did she tell this guy this too? You're right. Yeah, alive. And how long ago did she tell the guy this? That coworker? Did they meet up on her way out of town? Just like in the last day? I wonder.
According to her old friend Andrew. However, without a body or hard evidence, Detective Curtis can't obtain an arrest warrant or press any charges. But not long after this call, another development takes place. This time, police catch wind that Dina was at her mother's house in Texas and attempted to take her own life. Detective Curtis realizes how quickly and dangerously the situation is escalating. If Dina manages to flee, or worse yet, takes life, they may never find Craig's body, and the case is doomed to go cold. With that possibility looming over the case, Curtis decides to act fast. She obtains a search warrant for Craig's house and begins coordinating with the Major Crimes Unit to execute the search, find Dina, and, more importantly, uncover Craig's body. As coordination is underway, Curtis sends a group of detectives and heads out to Dina's mother's residence. She needs to figure out why Dina is trying to harm herself.
So watch this if they get stuck in here.
No, not the baseball
Hi,
team.
Mary. I'm Detective Curtis with the Sheriff's Office in New Mexico. Is it okay if I come in?
Sure. Oh, she went all the way to Texas. Okay.
I understand that these guys updated you on why we're all here. Yes.
I wonder if those guys from the
Okay.
local
We're hoping that maybe we could
area.
talk to you a little bit about everything that's going on, if that's all right. Dina tried to take her. Did Dina tell you why she wanted to take her? No. No? Did she have a method she was planning on using? I don't know. She didn't say that. I knew she was real depressed. But I didn't expect any of this. About how long has she been back here? She started coming back off and on. I think it was maybe, I'm not sure.
Dina's mother is visibly shaken by the thought of her daughter harming herself, but she can't explain why Dina would take such drastic action. Detective Curtis wraps up the interview and gathers possible addresses for Dina's acquaintances, hotels, and hospitals where she might be. They need to find her before she can do something irreversible.
But they can't
Hours
book her,
later,
they can't
back
bring
in New
her
Mexico,
currently.
the Major Crimes Unit is briefed and the coordination is in full effect. Detective Curtis and Deputy Roger, along with a group of officers, make their way to the Thetford property, hoping to find at least one of the two alive.
You're right. They did. with twists and possible cover-up, right? Oh, you're right. I remember that too now that you say that.
Is there a code spot?
No. Let me check these other doors.
No.
This one's already been forced.
It's already been what? Huh.
After circling around the exterior of the top floor, deputies discover one of the front doors is suspiciously unlocked, suggesting Dina may be somewhere inside. Officers decide to conduct an initial sweep for potential threats. Given Dina's violent past, her prison officer background, and the murder allegations hanging over her, deputies can't be too careful. One of the deputies has a code for the garage door downstairs, and that's where they decide to make their entry.
Through the garage!
That door's familiar.
Sheriff's office. Announce yourself.
Clear. Is it locked?
There's 2 doors to the left.
Yeah, exactly. Better not.
We're gonna open this.
Oh, so you guys think it's her daughter? Because I was sitting there thinking, I don't know if they mentioned his daughter. Her daughter. That is another suspect in the pool. You're right. Because she did live with them. She could have at some time while she was living there either got access to the codes, found out about the money as well. You might just be a true crime savant.
Stairs. I got stairs.
What's it? You got stairs?
If you want, so there's another door on this other side. You want to check that door, and I'll go upstairs.
I wonder if it is going to be something completely out of left field. Someone they've basically not even talked about. All of a sudden, holy crap, this is the person that did it all. And like they've had almost no airtime at all. The daughter was massively pointing fingers at the mom. And if she did it, she did a really good job of mixing in truth. Like how she almost ran over my dad, my biological dad, because she knew that he would have corroborated that when they were married, and then added a bunch of other stuff on top, like she tried to stab me or tried to kill me. You know, if she did it, she did a good job with that statement of possibly adding things that maybe didn't happen to make her mom look even more guilty. Maybe the neighbor. You never know.
I got another door.
If it was the grandson, I wouldn't. I'm just throwing this out there. If I was that grandson and I actually did it, no way I would have called for a welfare check. I would have just like, not at all. I wouldn't have even. I would have done nothing. They're not going to expect somebody his age to like be trying to check up this much on him. You know what I mean? Like, so him not checking up wouldn't have, well, I guess what I'm saying is them not checking up on a regular basis with their grandfather wouldn't have seemed out of the ordinary if it was like the grandson. So if it was him, I wouldn't have made the welfare call if it was him.
I got another door.
Okay, good. Blue.
Oh,
Blue. Good?
Yep. Back around.
After clearing the basement, officers spot Craig's safe that's supposedly holding $1.5 million in savings. A locksmith quickly gets to work on unlocking the safe, while deputies head upstairs to continue sweeping the house, where they'll soon find their first clues of foul play.
Ooh. What are we gonna find? Exactly.
Blue.
They've been in this kitchen.
Call clear. I already checked the bedroom here and the bathroom.
Roger's been in that kitchen.
As police finish sweeping the house, they begin to notice multiple clues that suggest a violent event and subsequent cleanup. Multiple bottles of bleach scattered throughout the house, a surveillance system that appears to have been physically disabled, and various areas showing signs of cleaning. But with no sign of Dina or Craig's body in the main house, deputies move outside to check the outbuildings, starting with Craig's man cave.
W Man Cave. Look at that. Huge standalone building of the Man Cave. Oh, goodness gracious.
Good job, gentlemen. Police Department! Sheriff's Office, Ascension, Search
Looks like he
warrant!
worked on like bikes or something in there.
Looks like you have an upstairs.
Dang, that's big. That goes back ways.
Small room, got a door.
Closet. Storage, yeah.
Small room coming out.
Okay, small room.
He got lost up in there.
Clear.
So I'm looking to see if there's any cameras. I haven't seen.
There's cameras on the back side of this house.
Yeah, but that's been disabled.
Which is good. If we find anything.
I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any. Is that dirt? Or is that blood?
The bio kit.
As deputies continue their search, they also find a table saw with possible blood traces, as well as suspected splatter in the workshop area. But still, no human body or remains anywhere.
Seriously?
In the meantime, back in the basement of the main house, the locksmith is seconds away from opening Craig's safe and confirming something Deputy Roger had suspected.
Okay, this is... Wait a minute. It looks like this is the one that we didn't look at. Remember, this? I think this is the angle where we came in with her the first time, right?
Meantime,
then we
back in the
turned, and there's
basement
that
of the
safe
main
and that
house,
one.
the locksmith is seconds away from opening Craig's safe and confirming something Deputy Roger had suspected all along.
Oh, I really hope there isn't. That'd be nasty.
Let me get a photographer over.
Where do you guys want us? Over
Just
here in the corner?
On camera.
We can get out of here for a minute if you'd like. No, you're good.
We're good.
Bunch of ammo.
This looks like a gun safe.
Holy smokes. Kimber is missing.
Thought that might have been like his passport or something, but I don't think so. But look at that pistol. Oh, look at that shotgun. Yeah, this is his gun safe. Damn, this. Oh, mercy.
Holy smokes. Kimber is missing.
I don't want to destroy this.
Looks like it was
so nice.
4,200.
Okay. She missed it. Yeah.
10,000, 4,200, 70,000.
84,200 right here.
The total amount Deputy Roger counts is far less than the $1.5 million Deanna had told him was inside just a few weeks ago. The missing money further supports investigators' speculations that Craig's been...
I mean, the only expense they didn't exactly spell out was the money for her son's business. I mean, you can't tell me she gave her son like almost $1 million. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
Been dead for a while, and that his wife has been burning through his money. The area is vast, and if Craig had been buried somewhere beyond the property, finding him could take months or longer. What officers don't yet realize is that Craig's body has been hidden in plain sight the entire time. As the search continues, a detective...
Because he needed the money for his business! That's not a bad theory, honestly. Because of all the money that's gone, his would have been the most amount probably spent. That's my guess. Like, considering that they're not, what, like 1.4 million is gone? He spent it all on Genshin Impact polls.
Back at the police station gets a call from someone all too familiar with Dina, her daughter, Leslie. The last time the detective spoke with Leslie, she revealed
the daughter enters the equation again.
Startling allegations about her mother's behavior during the time they lived together. This time, however, Leslie has critical information to share. Details she and her siblings supposedly knew for a while, but she's the one who finally decided to talk.
Randy, it's Lizzie, and I have Leslie on the line.
Leslie.
So I told her that I had kind of filled you in, but I was going to let you ask her any questions you might have.
Okay. Hi, Leslie. How are you this morning?
Oh, you know.
Hanging in there?
Daughter.
Yeah.
Well, good. So, Leslie, can you tell me what your mom told you?
It was just like everyone was being so weird, and I knew something was going on, but nobody would tell me anything. Well, long story short, she said she was gonna, and then she came to see me one last time, and she wanted to see my son, her grandson, one last time, and then she told me what happened.
What did she tell you happened?
That Craig pushed her down the stairs, and she shot him, and he fell into the pool room. She left him laying there on the floor for like a day, 2 days and a half, and then she wrapped him up, I don't know, rug, plastic.
Poison is very specific.
And then they tied that up with a tractor, and
very specific.
Moved him with the tractor to the carport.
Did you?
There's 2 carports over there, and I kind of have the feeling that he's probably in the one by the bunkhouse where he used to park, like underneath the tractor, or like something parked on top of him. Like it might be like they might have dug like a little hole or something. It's like a hidden in plain sight type of thing.
So why do you think your mom called you?
Well, I was the last one to find out. My other siblings had already.
She's explaining
known
a
for a long
lot.
time. She said she wanted to like unburden herself. All my siblings and everybody was like acting so weird. Then my sister was crying and everything,
Yes.
and she asked me to come to her house.
He wants to
with
unburden
you.
herself,
So I went to
aka
her house, and then after I got back from
I
there,
got rid of her
like,
so I could blame it all on
everyone
her.
cut contact off with me, and I haven't talked to them since then.
And just like that, Leslie seemingly cracks the case, giving investigators the breakthrough they've been.
I love that. Seemingly. Perfect wording, I'll say.
Looking for. The deputies back at the residence are informed that Craig's body is hidden on the property. Based on
plain
Leslie's
sight.
tip, they move to conduct a thorough search of the detached metal carport west of the house, where investigators will discover that the truth has been hidden in plain sight all along.
Exactly.
In the
The exact
carport,
words
next to the tractor,
they use are very
officers
important.
spot a large pile of cardboard boxes, rugs, soil bags, and other items stacked to hide something underneath. As they clear the pile, black plastic sheets become visible, and inside, they discover a human body
You couldn't even
concealed
bother
beneath
burying the
materials
body?
to hide the foul odor. After
just
transporting the body
prop
for an
crap up all
autopsy,
around it?
doctors estimate it has been deceased for weeks to months, consistent with a January killing. 3 or 4 gunshot wounds are found on the left side, including one through the heart, classifying the death as homicide. After using fingerprints, the body is positively identified as Craig Thetford. With this tragic discovery, an arrest warrant is officially issued for Dina, and multiple units in both New Mexico and Texas are informed to be on the lookout for her. A few hours into the search, officers in Texas receive information from Dina's mother, Mary. She tells them that Dina is at Red River
Mother
Hospital.
Mary.
Officers quickly arrive at the hospital where they find Dina alive and unharmed. She's taken into custody without incident. As she's transported to the station for questioning, Dina remains calm and cordial, almost as if she's been expecting this moment for months. Detective Curtis now has a body and what she believes enough evidence to pursue homicide charges. But there's one final question she doesn't have an answer to yet. Why was Craig truly killed?
William Lewandowski.
It's not this. Okay, it's not this whole thing of him pushing her. Like that actually kind of fits. Yeah, where's the weapon? What weapon did she use? And the way they described it was weird. He pushed her and then she shot him. What, did she have a weapon on her? Did she just go get it and then plan it out and just walk in and shoot him? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, did she go to the hospital for any injuries being pushed down the stairs? I mean, there's some. Obviously, I don't think that actually happened. Well, maybe it did. I have no idea, but like, I wouldn't put it past her with how crazy some people have said she is, that would have triggered her and she would have snapped. But yeah, where's the actual evidence of any of this? Like, where's the gun? Like, you can't go off hearsay of what someone else told someone else. That's called hearsay. Like, come on. They actually need evidence or a confession.
Sorry. I'm Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. So, I'm sure you understand why we're all here?
Yes.
Oh, does
Did
she?
you get a copy of your arrest warrant
No,
yesterday?
I haven't gotten
when
a
you were
copy
picked
yet.
up? Okay.
I know.
Anything by anybody?
They basically got an arrest warrant off of what the daughter said. Because otherwise they don't have any, at least they haven't stated, like they hadn't shown us any hard evidence, right? They didn't have the gun. All they have is motive from somebody else. And that's it. Like, the daughter said she got shoved, so she shot him. Okay. I mean, they found the body, but they still can't prove she's the one that actually shot him. What if someone else shot him?
Buddy anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna need a lawyer.
Okay.
And that's as far as I'm gonna go.
Okay.
This is my plan because I don't know any better, any other way. I don't either, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, they absolutely should have.
They don't let me get very close.
As fate would have it, Detective Curtis won't get the answer she hoped for as Dina invokes her right to a lawyer, effectively ending the interview. Following this, Dina is booked into jail without bond for first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. And while the why of Craig's death remains...
How do they know she's the one that tampered with it? There's got to be stuff they haven't said, which kind of bothers me if there is.
unanswered, the investigation continues. In the following weeks, detectives and prosecutors gather their evidence and build a classic circumstantial homicide case, alleging Dina intentionally shot Craig multiple times inside the house, moved and hid his body, lied repeatedly about his whereabouts, and looted shared assets. Prosecutors believe what they have will lead to a conviction, with the main open question being whether the jury finds first-degree murder or a lesser homicide charge. As of March 2026, Dina Thetford's case is still in the pretrial phase, and she remains innocent until proven guilty in court. She faces life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years if convicted of first-degree murder, or 18 years if convicted of second-degree murder, plus additional time for the tampering charge.
Oh man, she's gonna be gone by then. Honestly, you ain't living to be 80 or 90 in prison. That ain't happening. They aren't telling us, because honestly, this is a lot of circumstantial evidence. Yes, a lot of it points to her, but I mean, they didn't mention the gun. They only showed pictures of money, the body. What else did they show pictures of? Okay. So they have, she lied about it. She kept saying it wasn't there. She spent all the money, said she didn't have access to the money, spent it all. Supposedly she's the one that moved the body, but there's no evidence of that. Okay. That's really like, what else do they have? They have the word of the daughter. That's it. It's very circumstantial. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Like the original video that we watched. Those were amazing. I still have any of them on here. That's crazy. That one's crazy. He goes absolutely ballistic. Oh yeah, that remember this one where they found the missing dad's head inside the garbage bag? Where the half the family, we thought half the family was all in on it, remember? They all rushed there and they weren't even like surprised. Some of them weren't even surprised that he was dead. And that weird son, the weird grandson who was living with them was driving his truck and wasn't worried about him or anything. This is one from your list. It's actually on this list over here too. Oh, no. That's not it. This is what I wanted. Visit site. There we go. That's what I wanted.
All right.
This is it. Oh no, this thing's forever and a day long. Gotta be a shorter one. This one does look good. We're going to have to do that on Tuesday, honestly. This one looks really good. We find bodies in the in a car. There's another one I watched about a dead body in a car. The lady was homeless and she had her dead mother in a car. It will be an entire stream with how much we talk. Here's the one that we watched right here with the mastermind. Remember the dad? That's him, isn't it? Here's the one where he dumps the bodies in there. Dumps the bodies in the river. That's the poor guy he kills. That one was amazing. At times you were frustrated with the cops, but W cops in the end though, man, they got to the guy and basically just like said, you know what? We know you did it. Just tell us why, where the body is, where the gun is. We know you did it. We found parts of him, like burnt parts of him on your property. Come on, just tell us what's going on. Crazy good. Crazy good. They did. It was good stuff. Actually, hold on. Let me check something. One we just saw. All right, here's a fun one. We'll end on this one. This is a fun one. I say fun. It's only like 12 minutes, but road raging driver pulls a gun and gets instant karma. I love these videos. By Police Insider.
What the f did you just say? The f did you just say? What's up with that?
Road rage.
A normal drive home in Westlake, Ohio, turned into a full-blown road.
Of course it's Ohio. It's either Ohio or Florida. I'm telling you.
Rage incident in the middle of rush hour, and considering what this guy had in his vehicle, things would soon turn into a disaster if police didn't act fast.
Some of the best body cam stuff is from Ohio.
Yes, hi. I just saw a road rage incident with a man pulling a gun out on Detroit Road.
Okay, which person pulled the gun?
The man in the...
That seems fitting for the road they were on. Florida is a whole nother world. That's all I'm going to say. It is literally in a stratosphere of its own.
Blue truck. It was like a robin egg blue truck.
Great. Copy code 3 from the station. Detroit. Alright, we're already at Detroit. I'm Dover now. Traffic's a little heavy. I'll try to flip. Go that way.
Robin egg blue is like a very pale baby blue. And by baby blue, like a very light, yeah, a very light. Am I explaining it kind of right? It's like a lighter baby blue, and by baby blue, it's like a light blue. I can picture it right now, like it's almost like. Right around here, like this kind of color, maybe a little bit darker. Actually, no. Robin's egg is darker, I think. I think a robin's egg is almost like turquoise. Now that I think about it, I might be right. I'll have to actually look after stream.
Go around to the right and go to Canterbury and go south from your right.
Yeah, once you actually see a real egg, a real robin's egg,
go that way. That's
you kind of remember it later on if it gets brought up.
56 will be out right here. Yep, right here.
Okay, go ahead and put it in park. Put your hand back up here. All right, we're gonna open the door. You're gonna keep your hand up that far right up.
Where's your gun at?
Where's your gun?
Listen, relax. Step out. Keep your hands up.
How am I supposed to be? Come on, man. Why are you driving me aggressively?
We got to report you pulled a gun on somebody.
Pull a gun on someone!
What are you doing? Yo. Okay. Hey, what are you doing to me?
He's going crazy, man.
This is bullshit. You all treat me like a fucking criminal.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but like they're grabbing his legs and stuff, dude. I swear, he's got a bit of a problem, man. Oh, hog tie. Nice.
That's my hand. You're shaking, and I'm on the ground. 5 guys. 5 of you.
I don't think you realize how strong someone on drugs can be. Almost superhuman strength.
You guys are treating me like shit. You know that? You guys
It
understand
really can
this
be.
is bullshit, right? Where's the other guy? He pulled the fucking gun out. He didn't get this treatment.
This is Five Guys. It's at Five Guys restaurant. This is Five Guys. Please take
Showed
down.
my gun. That's crazy. Defend myself. Someone would have shot me. God forbid.
Defend yourself.
I'd still be getting
Oh,
cuffed up on the
I
ground.
can't wait to see him do that.
Stand up. So what am I being detained for?
Shoving a gun in someone's face.
Your body cam on? Hey, you never read me my fucking rights. You never read me my rights. Oh, you don't? You just detain me, throw me on the ground, put your foot in my fucking face? You guys are shaking the whole time. You scared or something? Got cuffs on. Oh!
Oh, yes.
What the f***, dude?
There it is.
All right, when you can, could you run a pistol for me?
Ooh.
It's a Palmetto State Armory 9mm.
There's another dude coming on scene. The other party got a black truck.
He's going to station.
I thought he was coming back here.
No, she said she sent him to the station.
He's going to be armed.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this dude's a fat shit bag.
Come on, I did nothing
dude's an
wrong.
effing-
The dude
an
hit my
effing S bag.
truck. Man, I'm just trying to get by in life, dude. Wrong guy for the wrong city, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you got the food truck so fast. But
He came to us.
Oh. Going southbound on Columbia.
Well, she's a bit of a smart ass.
And kind of everybody does that in the turning lane. I mean, it's not right, but kind of
I love it too. I love it too
black
when they
truck
don't
off,
care.
who thought he was a big badass and pulled alongside him and whipped something right, like I'd say a drink. The guy just had a bad day and was pretty pissed off, and went to push drink. The guy just had a bad day and was pretty pissed.
Yeah, he may have pulled beside him, but watch this. This is the blue truck. That's the black truck. This blue truck, the guy they just hogtied, he full on pulls straight into this guy and hits this guy's truck right up here.
And whipped something right, like I'd say a drink. The guy just had a bad day.
He pulls over right into him right there, boom, and hit him.
Went to push him up against the curb.
Yeah.
And he was mad, and he pulled in front of the black truck and got out of the black truck. I don't know if the black truck pulled a gun on him or not, but he ducked real low behind that black truck as soon as he went up to the black truck. And then the black truck was trying to get away. He was trying to stop him. And then right here, they gave up. The black truck went that way, and then the blue truck went into the Mark's parking lot. My sister was like, no. I was like, yeah, but I don't want this guy to take the whole brawl for everything.
Did he hit somebody? Or vice versa? There's this here that looks fairly fresh in the mirror.
That's where he hit the
That
black
might have
truck.
been why they were fighting.
Now, unless they hit somewhere else, like they hit, you saw it right there on the camera, right up there towards the top, towards the end of that one traffic camera view.
Go ahead and turn that way for me, all right?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry I tried to restrain from you guys. That just didn't feel right.
Dude, listen, all we were doing is...
It doesn't matter. Okay. With all these videos I watch, like, it doesn't matter if it feels right. Like, you're far less likely to have something happen to you if you just comply and then are calm. Whenever it escalates, it's always a disaster for the person. It always is. They always get additional charges. The whole arrest process is twice as bad.
Trying to grab you?
I
Never
know,
ends
'cause
good.
of what everything happened.
Never
It's
ends
not
good.
worse.
We had a
It's
call
hard-
that you pulled a gun on somebody, so our standard procedure is to just tough you up, man.
That's so insane. That's what I don't get is city people will call, complain about you, but they're not going to say what the hell they did to start it, right?
Well, we have limited info on our way down here, so we don't know much.
I can tell you the whole story, sir.
What the cops do know is that you pulled a gun on someone, or that's the information they have. So yes, they're going to approach you a little standoffish because they know from their information, or at least they think they know, you have a gun and you've already brandished it at somebody.
Part of it to the end. I was going to pick up pizza, man. I was not, this was not in my intentions. I'm not an angry person at all. I'm 24 years old. I moved up to the city from Chester, West Virginia with my girlfriend. They're doctors.
West Virginia.
I'm not like that. I'm a blue collar worker. I work on the train yard. That's my truck right there. I paid for that truck. Someone hits it, obviously I'm going to get a little upset. I tried to get the guy to stop, and he kept rolling his window down saying I cut him off.
So he might have hit him like earlier, but I mean, he rammed into the black truck too. So they might have hit before they went around the corner, which is what caused the whole thing to kind of go out of control.
He threw something at my truck. That's what initiated it. Then he hit my side of my truck on the right side. I followed him. He wasn't on to stop, so I went in front of him, got out, started rolling his window up. Yes, I should have never punched his window. That probably is what started it off.
That's all right. Do you have like scratches and stuff? Is that old or is that new?
Every mark on the right side of the truck is all new.
Okay. Did you at any point point a gun at anyone?
No, sir. I pulled it out because when I walked up to his car, the first thing he did was he pulled that out and he had it sitting right.
His own?
His own. He had it how like you guys would hold it to your chest, like nice tuck to your chest.
Up,
yes,
kind of pointed.
just like
Where
that.
did this all happen? Was this at Columbia in Detroit?
Right in front of Jet's Pizza entrance or whatever that is. Flew
where
up
it merges together.
and he cut right in front of me, and when he did that, he sideswiped my truck.
So he was passing you on the right.
On the right.
And when you say you cut him off, which lane were you in when you intended to turn right? Were you in the lane that goes straight?
Yes, sir. Yes,
like
sir.
the straight going through lane? Okay, so then you kind of went in front of him because you missed your turn.
Yes, sir. I had my turn signal on, turned in front of him.
Okay. And then where it merges, he came up and sideswiped you?
And then I figured, he's just going to continue on.
No, see, he pulls into him.
I
like he pulled, yeah.
literally have barely any money. Enough money to pay for the truck month. Oh, these people up here, but he pulled it out, had it in his chest. I put my hands inside of his car and he said, yeah, back away, mother. And I went around his vehicle, got over in the grass, he started taking pictures. I smiled for his pictures. I went and got in my truck, and that's when he started to come past. And I was in my doorway just holding it, like letting him know, like I have one too. Like not everybody. Yes.
Freaking Ohio, man.
Hey, what's happening? How are you? Good, how are you? I have plenty of information. Well, I got video, first of all. Sweet. Second of all, I literally watched it happen. The video? Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Yo, that boy is going crazy. He tried to run. That boy tried to run. Yo, I'm weak. Oh my God. Bro.
Yeah, that's, isn't that, he's got a gun right there.
And points it at him right there. Yeah, sweet. And then puts it down. He's like, oh, ha, you're pussy, ha, run away. Yeah.
The footage said everything his story couldn't. And just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, it did.
Oh, shit, man, for real?
Ooh, being towed, man. Getting towed, that's brutal.
Oh, man, no.
Dude, that's like, that's another $300 or $400 to get that thing out of the impound at least, man.
Yeah, you're going to jail. There's video you pointing the gun at the guy as well, and I'm sure he's... Yeah, at the front of his.
Everyone wants to come around now.
Like I said, other officers.
Sleep in jail tonight.
Well, other officers are talking to the other guy too. Like I said, we're trying to sort out exactly what happened with everybody. There's video coming in from. There's a whole bunch of people that saw it, so hey, that's all right. Like I said, I mean, things happen. People get heated.
Yeah, but
the big thing is everybody's okay. That's all right. We sorted it out. You're okay.
Yeah. So full story. Coming home from work, going, I'm gonna get a car wash, up at Cleans, head home. I live in Bay Village. I get off at Dover Center, F-150 cuts me and 3 other people off. He comes this close to my bumper. I'm pissed. That pissed me off. So I took an plastic bottle of water, tossed it in the guy's car. Okay, because we go through the first intersection right on Clay, and that's when I threw the bottle at him. Okay, we get to the next intersection.
That must have been before the video.
I'll kick you all the normal. We're not doing this. Then he hits me with the car. Then things are completely escalated. I'm done. I'm not doing that. So I'm basically telling him.
Yeah, exactly. They actually, and then they plea bargain it down to only being littering. That's what they get. That's what they give this guy. He's just littering because he threw the bottle.
Recording, and then he stops in front of me. Stops traffic. So that's when he gets out of the car. Things are immediately up to here. I'm stoic, not saying a word, recording. Pussy, pussy, pussy. My window's down to about halfway. 1 punch. Okay? 2 punch. Gun comes out, cocked, back the up. Now. He immediately goes behind my car, realizes that he's an aggressor.
We saw that on the video.
Screaming at me. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. No. I pull my phone out and I go, look at all these people watching you right now. Get in your car, leave me alone. Something like that. Verbatim's going to be when I show you the video. Then he comes back to the side, posing by his car, doing pictures. I'm just recording him the whole time. And then he reaches in his car and grabs his gun and points it right at me and goes, "Two can play this game, asshole." And I just hit the gas and flew, we'll deal with this in post. And that's when I had 911 on the phone too. So he hit me right in the wheel well, which scooted me nice, and it was a clean scoot, but I think there was a Camry behind me. She might have gotten tagged with my trailer hitch, that. It was completely reckless, and I knew it got escalated to that the minute he got out of the car. That's a no. That's a non-starter, man.
The suspect walked away with 4 charges: aggravated assault with a firearm, resisting a police officer, aggravated menacing, and use of force on an officer. All of that over a commute that should have taken 20 minutes. As for the other driver who threw the water bottle that started all of this, prosecutors looked into charging him with criminal mischief for that move too. Captain Vogel of the Westlake Police Department put it best: there were school buses out there, families trying to get home.
Yeah.
There's no reason to turn a drive into this. YouTube thinks you'll love the video on screen. Click to watch now.
That was good. That was good. That was a little bit of a surprise. That was good. That was good stuff. W video, yeah, nice and short too. Some of these body cams can be nice and short. The The true crime ones can take longer because we have to theorize about who actually did what. So, all right, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. But yeah, I was saying at the beginning of stream, I'm thinking about doing a series of videos where it's like a video to fall asleep to, where I'm just reading through certain stuff. Like, you remember that horror game we played, that backdoor, the Backrooms game? That was like a visual novel, where, you know, there was a whole bunch of reading. It was like still images, and you just kind of worked your way through it. I'm gonna do something like that, where I'm just gonna record myself reading through it. I'm not gonna have myself on the screen. I'm just gonna be reading it and let the, you know, the thing go, and just something to like fall asleep to if you want to put it on. So I am going to be recording that, and I'm uploading it. So people like it, great. But yeah, so I was just talking about that at the beginning of a stream. So that should go up by early next week. I'm going to be recording that over the weekend. So that'll be fun. But yes, thank you both for stopping by. Thanks everyone who came by. It was nice to meet you, Julia, and I'm excited for you guys. Yeah, I need to actually sign up for a Roblox account now. I need to go create one and sign up for one. And yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I am too. It's good to get back doing it and just interact and have fun. So that's good stuff. Yeah. So like I said, glad everyone came. Good to meet you, and nice to see you again. And yeah, I should be on again tomorrow. I think my wife I think she has to be late watching or early. I can't remember, watching our grandnephew niece. Well, I don't know. My niece's kid. So yeah, I should be streaming again tomorrow. It has. It's been good. I went from frontline support to backline support. So it's been good. It's a bit of a workflow change, but it's nice. I just end up helping people with a lot of more complicated problems, which it's nice. Deal a lot less with customers and deal more with just helping technicians figure out more complex problems. So it's nice. It's been a nice change of pace. So it's been good. It's been better. So yeah. So thanks everyone. You guys have a good rest of your night. Sleep well. And I will. Yeah, exactly. Customers. I know the public. It's terrible. The general public.